Yo, what's going on? So today we are taking it back, kind of old school with the OG circuit. The reason I'm bringing this thing out is because I remember having a ton of fun with this, and I remember just having a blast. I used it to play live a bunch of, in a bunch of these videos here if you want to go check them out, and it was great. So I wanted to play around with the MiniFreak again as well, because it's just a good sounding synth, right? We got a couple of these pads here, which of course I got patches for free download down below in case you're interested in those. But yeah, let's jam. Let's have some fun. I haven't used this thing in a while, since my old school Novation days. Actually, this first kick is really good. One thing I loved about the circuit OG versus the tracks was that you got the dual, right? The dual view of the drums. Yeah, that's cool. I'll say reverb on that. Oh, that's really far. All right, cool. Got that sample flip. Oh man, my brain is like firing right now because I haven't used this thing in so long, and it's kind of like riding a bike. I'm starting to remember these weird little shortcuts and things that you can do. It's actually really fun. Yeah, I could rock this. Let's see. Cut. Okay, cool. So there's actually velocity sensitivity on this thing, which is nice. So if I go into expanded mode, cool, but then I want to turn the volume down on that in general. Give that a little bit more width. Okay, sweet. So then the rest of the setup, basically we got MIDI out of this going into the MiniFreak here on MIDI Synth Channel 2. Oh, let me turn this volume down as well. So this is one pad that I have here with a chord already, the Nora pad. Let me see stellar chords. This would be kind of cool. Awesome. So I'm going to go to this next pattern, put that here, gate length of this. We'll do, yeah, that's fine. What is that, 14 steps? Back to pattern 1. I'm just going to tie these two patterns together. This step, I don't want it to go longer than that. This one, I want it to go, that should be good. Let's see what these sound like tied together. Okay, this needs to be moved a little more. Let's clear that out. All right, bring this down. Let's get a little bit more release in here. Okay, so this is actually going to be really dope. What I want now is an LFO in a down saw or a sawtooth to move the filter and make it go bum, 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 bum. And this is going to be easy to do. We got two LFOs on here. LFO 1 is already going to do two different things, but LFO 2 is not doing much. So let's go ahead and access the power of LFO 2. Turn that up. Press play. Okay, it's already doing something. Right, we'll go to LFO 2, change its rate. Perfect, it's already synced up. I already got that in the sound edit settings, unless that's done by default. There it is. But you can hear that it's kind of resetting in a weird sync rate. It's not being key synced. So sound edit, LFOs, LFO 2 retrigger, see it's set to free. Y'all could hear that. Poly keyboard, there it is. So every note, it starts kind of moving it. Mono. Oh yeah, the exponential saw. That's dope. Shaper edit, use strips. Yo, what the heck? Yo, what? I did not know you could do this. The touch sensitivity is freaking out on me, but you get the idea. Oh. Okay, is there a delay that I can throw on this? Or does this not have a delay? Bloodline. Are you serious? No delay? All right, we'll go phaser. All right, let's take the kick out. Synth 1. Who remembers patch 1 on this? Right here, I'll lower the volume of our synth, kind of get a better mix. Both of these, by the way, are just being ran into a simple little Mackie mixer, no compressor or anything like that. I wish I could run this into here and sidechain it like you can on circuit tracks. Oh well. But okay, so I'm going, let's see what notes I'm playing. Da, 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 and then this one right here. Cool. Stay with me. Actually, let's turn that back up. Mixer, turn that up. And then filter down. Oh. Okay, cool. So I'm going to duplicate that pattern to 2. Boom. And then I'll put... Yeah, that's cool. I kind of like it off like that. Awesome. That's going to be for drum 3 and 4. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this over here. There. Take these out. And maybe we'll just change up, let's see. Okay, so this is cool, but there's so much going on here. Keep it nice and easy. Lock that in, but this is gonna screw up pattern 1 of drum 3 and 4, so watch. Actually, it didn't mess it up that bad because this was originally like way more open. I kind of prefer this little staccato. Turn the swing up. Okay, so this kind of blows. This patch has, you can hear there's a chord, right? If we look at oscillator 2, it's in chord mode. Again, this is one of those free patches that I have. If you have a MiniFreak, go download it down below. Right, so I can't really play anything else on top of this. I think this sounds dope, but we might be able to take this a little further. And let's see what happens if we just create 2 new patterns and do something really fun, which is what I used to love taking the circuit out for, which is like this live improvisation within a scale. So let's try this, watch. We'll go and find a new patch. We'll get out of here. Oh, this totally works. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna put us in a C major, and we'll say synth 2, C, D, E, F. All right, we'll put this here. I'm gonna say gate, hold that open pretty long. And then for this second one here, I'm gonna play in A. So if we say, for example, C, B, A, bump, bump, and then gate, open that up. Cool, so we got something simple, right? Check this out. I can go into a lower octave or higher. And I can build this up as a second section. So I'll say duplicate, put this here, duplicate, put this one here. And just kind of keep building on. At the same time, I could still be playing stuff here. And I love that voice stealing. Let's come up with a new pattern for our bass. It doesn't really work. We'll clear that one out. I like the second half. I don't like one note in there. This one here, I'll move this to actually it is kind of nice here. And then our gate for that one step here, make it really short. I want to set up our keyboard real quick to go to our filter cutoff here, turn that way up. So this just means higher notes are going to open up the filter more. And because every note's on its own filter, it doesn't interrupt the lower notes if we were to turn this way low, like this. This is sick. I mean, this is totally like weird lullaby house. But I'm mad at it. Oh man, this still needs so much more to go. This is kind of my issue sometimes with Grooveboxes is they get you so far, right? You can kind of get there, but then you kind of hit this now what moment. At least I do, where I'm like, okay, I guess I need to mute everything, track it all into a DAW one by one, realign it, rename it, organize it, and then arrange it. I could do some rough stuff here and track it in. Luckily, this does send MIDI over USB, so if I wanted to maybe just get the idea started here and then sequence synthesizers in my DAW or sequence other stuff in my studio while I'm away, this is kind of a really good sketch pad, but I always end up hitting this like, now what problem with a lot of Grooveboxes. So it's kind of a funky thing. I mean, these are all first world problems, right? Totally understand that. That's a little tedious thing that you might need to do. That takes an extra 20 minutes. Do I want to do it? No. Do I have a choice to not do it? Yes, I do. So I'd much rather not do it. I don't know. What are some ways that you end up kind of taking tracks out of a Groovebox? Do you just do the one by one thing? Or are you more of a just set it, forget it, song mode it, pattern, play it, live perform it, hit record, and call it a day? I'd love to know. Let me know down below, and I'll play you out with some lullaby music. Until next week, my friend, it's always so good to see you. I appreciate you for coming by. And as always, you already know the drill. Share the love, share the knowledge. Knowledge is power. Peace.